flowing waters and ancient stones. Source remembered, rewriting your bones. A boat, adrift, on a shimmering path, broadcasting hope and maybe a laugh. A spiral tongue of mischievous wit, just trying to soften life's hard hit. We stand together, although you roam. My voice will guide you and bring you home. Through midnight mists and candle glow, stories ripple, soft and slow. Whispers weave where shadows play, and dreamers wake before the day. Tune your heart where the wild winds blow, and follow the tide to the radio. Flowing waters and ancient stones, source remembered deep in your bones. The rivers hum, the path calls, echoes dance through the ancient halls. A spiral tongue of moonlit wit whispers truths you half admit. We drift together, and though apart we roam, my voice is always a current and will always lead you home. Beneath the dark, the dream unfolds, silver threads through the stories told. Beneath each breath the night hums low. The pulse, the wave, the undertow, surrender softly, let it flow, and lose yourself in the dark moon radio. Good morning, welcome to the Dark Moon Radio, live from the English canals, woohoo! Yeah, sort of. Yesterday was a right screw up on YouTube. Oh my goodness, I was swearing lots. I was swearing lots. Now then, I have got to double check YouTube. I think I've got it sorted. Yes, it's not done. It was coming out of my system twice, and it was making a hell of a mess. So all of that is like being put into private on YouTube. Okay, we're gonna have. Hopefully, I've had my week of screw ups on YouTube. Today it's Friday. Yoo-hoo! 6th of March. We've made it this far, guys, and it's a balmy 6 degrees out there. It's freaking cold. I was trying to write my dopamine hit for the morning, and I'm like, "Oh, this is freezing." I had a jingle like that and I've copied it, and I'm thinking every time I listen to it, it's like, well, we're not the best yet, but we are aiming high. We are definitely aiming high to be the best radio station in the world, but it's always going to be strange. I I was listening to someone else's radio station and I'm thinking mine is nothing like this. If I got to aim for a little bit of, well, you got to know it's a radio station. I mean, I got jingles and all that. Oops, one of my dials is not straight. There we go. Straighten the dials. Okay. I got to make sure all the levels are straight. Yeah, it's quite a thing. One of the things that is my music is a little bit more. Maybe I got to mainstream it more. I don't know. What do you think? Hmm. Mainstream the music. It's a music is to me is a very different. It's a creativity. I also would like people to come on and take a show. Look, I've got all this time, like 24/7. I don't want to fill it with just my voice, okay? I mean, it's annoying. I find listening to my own voice for 24/7 would be highly irritating. Come and put your annoying voice on. Why not? Come and take an hour a week, 2 hours. Oh, even though an hour a day, I'd be grateful for. But hey, I'm not. I'm not pushing too much. Take an hour a week, right? Give it to me in MP3 format, right? Upload what you want. Have a chat for an hour. Do your own music. I can't play licensed music. I'd have to buy a license. So you're gonna have to do your own music. If it's your own music, you have the copyright for it. It's like fine. So yeah, or you can borrow some of mine. I mean, it's that sort of level. If you find tunes that you like on mine, you can play my tunes. Be your own DJ, talk your own shit, come and be on the Dark Moon Rocks radio show. Right, because I have got so many different ideas that I need to monetize. I need to go and get advertising and sponsorship. I need to get sort of bigger and better. And I only have so much energy to create and do technical side. Technical seems to take my energy down quite low. Technical is a pain in the neck. But once technical is sorted, then I'm going out in the world. I've got to get flyers. We're going to have to sort of go sort of baseline stuff. Because I've got a sad story to tell you. Oh my goodness. Let's just play the prayer for humanity. Somebody's got to pray for us. Which God? Good question.
A prayer for humanity. May I be a guard for those who need protection, a guide for those on the path, a boat, a raft, a bridge for those who wish to cross the flood. May I be a lamp in the darkness, a resting place for the weary, a healing medicine for all that who are sick, a vase of plenty, a tree of miracles, and for the boundless multitudes of living beings. May I bring sustenance and awakening, enduring like the earth and the sky, until all beings are freed from sorrow and all are awakened.
Ah, isn't that nice? Yeah, that's a nice still one. That's the Buddha's Veti prayer for humanity. I took it and made it in a longer one later on. I've got some new songs for you. I did a couple of songs yesterday. They were put onto WhatsApp. WhatsApp community, good morning. They get the exclusive, all my exclusive podcasts all go onto WhatsApp first and foremost. It's basically downloaded from GarageBand, downloaded onto WhatsApp and then up to the radio station. So if you want to join the community, go to darkmoon.rocks WhatsApp community, and that's where you get all the daft stuff, all the silly stuff. But yeah, we're recruiting for DJs. Come and be a DJ. There's no money involved unless you can raise your own advertising, which is what I was talking to the Wiltshire and Swindon hub. And I had a nice long chat on Tuesday with this lovely lady, and she was saying, "Yeah, it's okay. What do you need?" So I said, "Well, this is what I need." And so I get an email yesterday saying, "I'm really sorry, but we are closing down due to lack of government funding. We have no more. Um, we are closing this resource down. So this resource will not be available for you. But if you like, we will put you on the list if if the resource is ever available again." It's like, right, okay. So where I was hoping to go out and meet some business people who can tell me how to advertise and market, because one of the things is like you find a lot of adverts online for it, and they are all con artists and want to rip you off and sell you something, or you got to have money before you even start. I was sort of thinking a government resource in business advertising would be a thing, but no. As soon as I join, the government closes it down. I'm getting the feeling that it's like, it's not meant to be. I'm going to have to just do this my own way, I guess, which again is not a bad thing. Right, let's have a look at see where we're at. Okay, this morning, this morning, this morning is fresh. We're going to have a dopamine hit out there somewhere. There's no swans. There's nothing apart from birdsong. There's always an erotic birdsong going along. There's a chill in the air today. It's like, yeah, and it's very grey. The water is like a grey silk, reflecting the grey matted sky. It's a very, like a subdued morning, like maybe the centre of a storm. There was storms yesterday, but there was like, it wasn't a weather storm. There was storms like, ooh, the ripples in the quantum space-time continuum. It might have been just me, but it was a very, yeah, prickly day. It's like stepping on thorns. Ouch, ooh, ow, what was that? I wasn't quite sure what was going on, but my intuition was saying that something was going on somewhere. And it's like, okay, does this affect me? And apart from not really, larger the format. There was also like fingers down a blackboard, sort of, ooh, that's a bit excruciating stuff. That's like, somebody weaving a spell, somebody weaving magic, or somebody's. There was something going on in the world, and it was coming across the airwaves. Now, people do, and people do strange things. But it's not necessarily something I have to get involved in. I know very well how to keep my head down and just watch, just observe. But it didn't feel nice. It was unkind to someone. It wasn't directed at me or anybody I know. But it wasn't nice. It was like illusion and spell working. And it's just to be aware that manipulation is going on. Manipulation can come in many forms, and I don't feel that this one is directed at, it's just like a blanket. It's not a precision art form. It's kind of a scattering effect, seeding, if you like. Seeding fear, seeding, mostly fear, yeah. Frustration, irritation, all the things that go with fear. And it's like, no, I'm not going to be affected by this. This is your stuff. This is your whatever you're casting out. And there was definitely more than one. I've been aware of these sort of things most of my life. People do strange things, and it's not really my problem. It's not like I can stop them. I can just hold space that is a different frequency. I hold the lighthouse frequency. Now, I'm not a light worker, but I can hold a light that is not a white light. I'm very fond of the blues and purple lights. I'm very fond of the green lights. I'm even fond of a bit of orange and sort of sunlight, if you like. It doesn't have to be white, pure innocence light. It is a steady sort of, I would say, a navy blue to purple to green light. That is the light that I project, and it is still light, but it isn't if you light a fire on a dark night, you attract so many things to you that it's perhaps best not to attract. White light workers really sort of, I look at them as if they're like really, really either really brave or really stupid. But the white light projectors, it's like, whoa, 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 do you know what you're doing? Perhaps not. I don't do that. It's like, nah, I kind of know better and I'm not that stupid. I don't want to fight. I'm just going to project a steady green light today. Just project it to the fog, something growing, something nurturing. Yeah, I'm a mum, and it's kind of mothering. It's kind of like, don't worry about it, we've got you. Just reach out and just feel yourself surrounded with the green spring light. And it's like, no, 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 you don't need all this. This is what I would call black, dark shit, basically. And it's been projected this morning, and well, yesterday, and I like, no, I'm not playing. But it's fresh out there this morning. You take a deep breath, and it's fresh. The water is cleaning the air, the energy is cleaning, and it's spring is a spring cleaning energy. And it's got if you get a cup of tea and it's hot and it's goes down inside and it's like, oh, it's nice and yummy. It's like giving yourself a hug. And I've got a bit of dark chocolate. Ooh. Bad me. But this is the canal. This is water. This is life. Being aware of things really doesn't give you any more of an insight on what it all means. But being alive for 50 plus years kind of does. And it's like a slow tide that ebbs and flows. And some of it's not nice. Some of it is definitely not nice. But this morning is fresh and it's clean. And I am projecting green, fresh energy. And that's what you can find here today. And it's going to be slightly irrelevant, sometimes slightly appropriate. But you know what? It's fresh and it's clean. And it's like there's nothing cruel. I won't be cruel. I don't feel the need to want something from you. I'm not greedy. I don't need anything from you. And that's the light, because so many things in this world is demanding things from you. And it's like this radio station will never demand something from you. Be nice if you listen. That's about it. And it's like just be who you need to be. Reach for what you need. And that's this morning's dopamine hit. Because you're not judged here. It's okay. Right, I'm going to play my siren song. I was doing a little research over the last couple of weeks, and I've put various songs together. And this one is about Persephone. I did a podcast about Persephone, and Persephone, the queen of the underworld, and all of that. When she got stolen by Hades, she was guarded by the sirens, and her mum was pretty pissed off that Persephone, or Kor as she was the maiden then, got stolen and the sirens got cursed. And that's where we have the sort of the mermaid girlies that sing and wreck ships. And I wrote a song about the sirens. So hear their tune, let waters spin. Don't flee the voice that sings within. Every heart that's ever bled knows beauty born from what's long dead. Each note a tear, each word a flame. They sang of loss, they named the name. When darkness took her to the deep, they failed their vow they could not keep. Before desire refined their grace, they walked with Persephone's face. Handmaidens, bright of the maiden's art, who lost the goddess and broke apart. When darkness took her to the deep, they failed their vow they could not keep. Wings were given, pain was sown, to the seas forever flown. Their voices keened through endless skies, not meant to lure, but to baptize. Each note a tear, each word a flame. They sang of loss, they named the name. They were not temptress nor deceit, but mourning made of rhyme and heat. Their island ringed with bones and foam, a temple built from grief and home. The sailors came, not fools but known, by sorrow's pulse, by aching tone. For every heart that's ever bled knows beauty born from what's long dead. Odysseus, bound but not afraid, knew danger lies where souls betrayed. It's not the song that pulls apart, but drowning in your restless heart. Sirens rise, no longer shamed, they've broken Odysseus, bound more unafraid. They wield their wounds, their seas refrain. They turn their sorrow into a rain. So hear their tune and let waters spin. Don't flee the voice that sings within. For grief transmuted, truth sets free, no longer becomes the song, their brokenness that makes you be. So hear their tune, let waters spin. Their voices keen, don't through endless skies that sings, not meant to lure, but to baptize. Transmuted, truth is set free, and it becomes the song that makes you be. Darkness took her to the deep. Sirens, sirens, handmaidens of maiden goddesses. They failed to protect her. They didn't start as predators. They began as memories. They are echoes of an ancient wound, a sorrow that was never answered. Each note a tear, each word a flame. They sang of loss, they named the name. They were not temptresses, nor deceit, but mourning maid of rhythm, rhyme. For grief transmuted, truth can set you free. Become the song that makes you be. Yeah, it's a bit of a sad one, that one, isn't it? It's like a heavy-hitting, sad curse. Everybody seemed to be cursed in the ancient Greek world. It was like Medusa was cursed, and yeah, it was just like, okay, let's like deep breath. But yeah, that was what I felt while I was listening to the siren song and listening to their stories. It's like, okay, I've got another song for you at the moment. I've got Basset. It's got pussycat noises in. Now, my little pussycat. Yes, he's curled up and he's very cute right now. And he's ginger and white. He's on all my things because he is a big part of my life. So is my puppy. Well, he's not a puppy. He's a big boy now. I've got to stop calling him a puppy. But yeah, but the pussycat is the one I'd like to sort of address right now because we had 3 mice the other day, big mice. I mean, we're not talking babies anymore. We're talking about large. I think one of them was probably closer to a rat. Okay, so he's doing his ratty thing, and he lives on the canal, so there's bound to be ratties, right? Now, those, yeah, I have no problem with. Okay, I actually don't. We've had a good discussion that rats and mice are fine. Because he eats part of them. I know, it's going to put you off your breakfast. But this morning there was just bits, and I was like, I have a problem with that. Okay, this is cats being cats' nature, and I'm very, very fond of nature. Okay, so yeah, nature is a little cruel sometimes, okay? And I've got to scrub the carpet. And it's like, okay, look, guys, look, can we have a talk about this? He's very happy with himself. But okay, I don't know. I'm not going to go into any more because you probably having breakfast. It's like not quite something you want to hear at breakfast time. But cats and nature is where I am. And yeah, nature certainly has a way about itself. Cats are psychopathic. I mean, like what the expletive? But yeah, I suppose if you feed them regularly, I mean, it makes sense and all of that, but I don't want to talk about it too many details, but it was rather yucky. So I'm going to play Basset. Hello, Basset. This is the Egyptian cat goddess. Meow. It's got pussycat noises in it. From ancient sands where pharaohs reigned supreme, a lioness of fire, fierce beyond all dreams. She prowled the desert with the blazing sun, but grace would follow when the battle was done. Through centuries she changed her fearsome form, from raging tempest to a shelter from the storm. Her cat's soft paws replaced the lion's might, but kept the inner flame to guard children. O Basset, Lady of Bubastis, the Eye of Ra and the Mistress of the Sky, you who strike down the enemies of your father, you are the great protectress who drives away the shadows and fills the temples with light. We play your sistrum before your beautiful face and dance to your ka, that you may grant us life and health and keep our homes safe beneath your watchful eye. In every whisker, in every gleaming eye, her sacred vessels walk beneath the sky. They hunt the serpents and guard the precious grain, and those who harm them face the goddess's pain. Small and silent, yet they hold her fine, protection wrapped in fur, a divine design. From vermin, venom, darkness at the door, the cats of Egypt, blessed forevermore. O Basset, Lady of Bubastis, the Eye of Ra and the Mistress of the Sky, you who strike down the enemies of your father, you are the great protectress who drives away the shadows and fills the temples with light. We play your sistrum before your beautiful face and dance to your calf, that you may grant us life and health, and keep our homes safe beneath your watchful eye. She shields the threshold where the family dwells, breaks the curse of thieves and evil spells. For women and children and those who need their care, through birth and blessing she's always there. Against the serpent, chaos, Epep's threat, she guards the sun god, never to forget. The enemies hidden that prowl unseen, dissolve before her eyes, golden, fierce and keen. O Basset, Lady of Bubastis, the Eye of Ra and the Mistress of the Sky, you who strike down the enemies of your father, you are the great protectress who drives away the shadows and fills the temples with light. We play your sistrum before your beautiful face, and dance to your calf, that you may grant us life and health, and keep our homes safe beneath your watchful eye. But not in battle does her power cease. She teaches that our joy can bring us peace. Through music and dance and celebration sound, a joyful spirit where the strength can be found. So raise the sistrum, let the rhythm play, drive despair and darkness away. For in her temple, laughter is the key to guard the soul and keep the spirit free. O Lady, O Basset, Lady of Bastus, the Eye of Ra and Mistress of the Sky, the Eye of Ra and Mistress of the Sky. O Basset, Lady of Bubastis, the Eye of Ra and the Mistress of the Sky, you who strike down the enemies of your father, meow. I like all those noises. Okay, so we've had Basset. Now, there was a reason I played that one, because I've done Cerberus. Cerberus, the three-headed dog that guards the gates of death, the threshold guardian. I'm very fond of threshold guardians, the ones that hold the space between gateways. I get the feeling that a lot of the people I know, a lot of my friends and stuff, they're all threshold guardians. It's like, yeah, we're a weird bunch. We're not actually normal bunch, but we hold space between various different worlds, and it's a wonderful thing to see. And cats obviously hold space between sort of the psychotic world and the total blood-soaked dead little creature world and this one. And they also see things that definitely cats are guardians of different worlds. And so Cerberus. Cerberus is another threshold guardian, a dog. Well, I don't know, it's a three-headed dog. Cerberus means spot. I was very amused at that, so he called his dog Spot. But this is my ode to Cerberus. And there's a wolf howling in the background there, but yeah, Cerberus. Cerberus, Cerberus, you're not my fear. You are the threshold I crossed to get there. 3 heads, 1 tooth, you guard which I have buried. I will descend, I will descend, I will meet the shadow at the bend. I will descend, and I'll meet they call him Monster. A beast of dark and red, 3 eyes of fire burning where he did tread. But no, he was just the keeper of the door, the guardian of everything that being before. born to hold the line between the dying and the bold. You're not my fool. You are the threshold I'm crossing yet. 3 heads, 1 truth, and God, which is I have buried. I will descend, I will descend, I will meet the shadow at the bend. I will descend, I will descend, and I'll meet the shadow. He let the dead walk in, but never out. A boundary drawn by purpose, not from doubt. Not evil, no, containment is his name. The hound that holds the fire and the flame. Even Hercules put his weapons bare. You cannot kill the things that make you dare. Cerberus, you're not my fear. You are the threshold I cross to get there. 3 heads, 1 truth, and God, which is I have buried. And finally done with being buried. I will descend, I will descend, I will meet the shadow at the bend. I will descend, I will descend, and I'll meet the shadows at the bend. The hound is not outside the gate. He lives inside, he always waits. He's every wound you locked away, each grief you swore you'd face someday. The rage you buried clean and cold, the stories left untold, untold. We ask, are you prepared to meet your own descent, to walk through doors that shut upon consent? The answer is, I am. The answer is, I go. You cannot have the light without the undertow. Cerberus, Cerberus, you're not my fear. You are the threshold I cross to get there. 3 heads, 1 truth, and God, which is I have buried. I will descend, I will descend, I will meet the shadow at the bend. I will descend, I will descend, and I'll meet the shadow. 3 heads to face what I refuse to see. A serpent's tail, an old skin shedding through. Every door is back the way you came, not every passage. So let the hound release its jaws, stand back. I've come to walk the underworld and not look back. Face it, see it, feel it, and cross it anyway. He's the boundary, he's the containment, he's the necessary resistance before Cerberus, Cerberus, you're not my fear. You are the threshold I cross to get there. 3 heads, 1 truth, and God, which is I have buried. And finally done with being buried. I will descend, I will descend, I will meet the shadow at the bend. I will descend, I will descend, and I'll meet the shadows at the bend. Yeah, that was my ode to Cerberus. I think, or Spot, as they might call him. I think it's a bit of fun. Bit of fun, why not? Yeah. Now, some of the things that I do is I get from AI. Now, from AI, I put my words in, and then it creates things. Now, I don't know whether the AI stuff is allowed on Facebook. It does the music. I'm not a musician. I'm a poet, and I'm putting my poems to music. I don't feel I can call myself a musician. There are far, far better people than I am. I just weave my words around, and I'm not sure. So, yeah, there's only one way to find out.
That counts for something. Dark Moon Radio.
Yep, that certainly counts as something. I don't know whether I'm it's worthwhile finding out, just waiting for a copyright strike. But I'm not going to do it today because if I can get one clean broadcast, So we'll stick away from it. So I'm just going to play my songs, and most of them are fine. I've only ever had one thing that they said it's not fine. Because I use my music from Pixabay and it's royalty free. But I'm still learning. I'm still learning, and some of it's the hard way. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a reading later in a bit. So somebody who's listening is going to get a reading. I will do that, and I've got various things that I want to chat about. So I've got a list in the making. In the meantime, let's play a song.
Rotten, insidious, nasty, bitter, and not fun. Life gets twisted when you stay on the run. Low frequency black magic being cast, traditional rotten ways falling fast.
Awareness breaks the rotting spell's hold.
Laughter with an edge, sharp, cool, and cruel, making blood money out of breaking the rules, leaving families bleeding, quietly ignored, sacrifice offered to someone else's reward. But the trick is subtle, that's the sting. You do not see the cage until you feel the ring. It slips on smooth like a promise or a kiss. And that's how they make you call it bliss. Every step forward costs a piece of your soul, till you wake up one day and you're no longer whole. Yet knowledge is power, the old one said. The spell starts to break the moment it's read. When you name the trap for the trap that it is, the glamour cracks open, no more fizz. Your sight sharpens keen through the lies, and the truth stands steady behind your eyes.
Sight sharpens cleanly through the lies, and truth stands steady behind your eyes. Your sight sharpens cleanly through the lies, and truth stands steady behind your eyes.
Crash, bang, wallop, whoo, rotten. Yes. Okay, right. Well, I've been putting together something that, like, it's taken me a couple of days to get this sorted. I've been playing with technical issues as well. But I've been going in to do cosmic weather reports, right? Now, and I've been going on to Facebook and I've been borrowing um other people's, like, people's doing their astrology. Now, I'm not an astrologist. I'm a tarot reader. I understand tarot. But what I'm going to do is I've put together um, a weekly cosmic weather report. Now, I've used lots of sources that come from sort of other people, but I put it down into sort of dark delirium stuff. So it's a little bit funny. I'm taking the piss. All right. I'm British. This is what we do, right? So this is the Cosmic Weather Report. I'm going to have to make a jingle, aren't I, with make it a news bulletin, and do this once a week, right? For the March the 2nd to the 8th. Here we go. So this is my From the Stars to the Parliament, right? Everyone's feeling it. Right. Well done. You're here. You survived the week. This is a forecast from the stars. You've tuned in to the Cosmic Weather Report, where we track not just cold fronts and heat waves, but invisible tides of mood, mischief, and the meaning sweeping across the solar system. Okay, so the week's skies are a little like Parliament after a long lunch. Lively, unpredictable, and full of bold declarations that may or may not make sense come next Tuesday. We're fresh off the tail end of Leo full moon hangover, right? The kind that leaves everyone mildly convinced that they were the main character in a grand cosmic drama, right? If you found yourself giving impromptu speeches to your plants or posting a little bit too passionately online, fear not. That's the moon's theatrical residue fading. Meanwhile, Mercury marches boldly through Aries. Yes, where it's less interested in diplomacy and more in dropping unfiltered truths like astrological mic drops. Expect passionate debates, spontaneous ideas. Yeah, that was me. I had quite a few spontaneous ideas. And the occasional text you mildly might regret sending 2 minutes too late. Okay, so let's talk about the week's planetary choreography. Dance. The dance of the week's planets. So, this is what I put in a whole bunch of sources, okay, and I've like for this. I don't understand all of it, but apparently Venus in Aquarius thinks romance meets group chat, right? A group chat, Aquarius, romance, yep, get it? Connection thrives through shared ideas, weird memes, a mutual rebellion against the mundane. If you're planning a date, skip the candlelight dinner and try like museums of obsolete technology or a nice witchcraft museum or a protest march with matching snacks. You know, that's sort of weird. Let's go for weird. Aquarius are really good for weird. I've known a few Aquarius. Yeah. Aquarius in your sun sign. You know, if it's in your moon, well, you're in for it now. Mars in Pisces. Oh dear, Mars. Oh, this is the planet, the warrior planet is daydreaming this week. Yes, wandering through misty realms of intuition, motivation is slippery, ambitions come with a plot twist. Yeah, yeah, and they also come with a sort of a F-20, F-45 bomber. I'm aware of what's happening in the world, right, as much as I can without mainstream television. I've got no BBC to tell me what to think and feel, or even ITV. I mean, in my day, there used to be just like 3 channels, but hey, I'm not that old. It wasn't that long ago. But I am aware. I don't need to I don't need to talk about it much. In fact, less I talk about it, it will come out sometimes along the line. But this week has been a good week for creative flow, making things up about war. Oop. But not so much for assembling flat pack furniture or messing around with screwdrivers. Saturn's stern energy in Pisces continues to remind us that boundaries can exist even in dreamland. What? What? Saturn's stern energy as boundaries in... I don't understand. Think of him as a cosmic lifeguard, blowing the whistle when your imagination swims too far into fantasy. I kind of would like Saturn to bugger off. I don't like stern energy. It's like big daddy energy telling you what to do and giving you a spanking if you go too far. Nah, Saturn can bugger off. And Pluto, ever dramatic, lingers at the cusp of Aquarius. Does that mean that Aquarius is having a cry about things? Probably. The slow, seismic energy of societal reinvention. Ah, right. Okay, I understand that now. Societal is when you reinvent yourself. Like, the old me was rubbish. I've reinvented myself many, many, many times. It's quite fun. But I'm a Gemini. Okay? I have many, many facets. This idea of twins, yeah, that would be just 2. We're seeing it already. Technological awakenings. Excuse me, political movements that sound like startup pitches. No comment. And the rise of collective consciousness, or at least the collective confusion. consciousness. If life feels like it's running a beta test, it's because it is. So on the political front, the stars suggest a cocktail of bold rhetoric and uncertainty following through. So it's like, da 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 da, I'm going to do this with my life, and nothing happens. So a bit of an anticlimax politically. With Mercury and Aries, leaders around the world are channeling their inner motivational speakers. But Saturn in Pisces will soon ask for receipts. In other words, put up or shut up. Stop spilling your bollocks, boys and girls. And can we have a little more action rather than statements? In the UK, this translates to dramatic statements, half-baked policies, and the occasional retrograde in public. Jeepers, of cowardly custard. I don't want to piss people off. I'm in politics and I want to be nice to everybody. I don't want to piss people off. Yes, I'm talking about British politics here. Imagine the cabinet as a group of planets forgetting their orbits mid-debate. Whoops, we've slipped out of orbit. Where were we again? Who are we again? What is our... No, it's like, guys, stay on track. Astrologically, it's a perfect time for citizens to stay informed, not inflamed. In other words, use your intuition. Ask yourself, is that true? Maybe, maybe not. It's the cosmic equivalent of checking the forecast before walking into a thunderstorm. Yeah, just look outside. The forecast is usually wrong. Okay, personal energies for the week. If the cosmos was a weather map, this week would show brief showers of insight, breaking through the misty uncertainty. Intuition is a real barometer right now, okay? In other words, feel it. If it doesn't feel right, fuck off. If it does feel right, go forward to it, but feel it first. Maybe. For fire signs, okay? This is dealing with sun signs only, okay? So I wrote this pretty much light-hearted. You're buzzing, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're buzzing with cosmic caffeine. Just check your impulse control. Not every spark needs to ignite a bonfire. I'm going to find out what the sun signs of some politicians and sprinkle them in a bit so we could actually have some things to look at, people to look at and think, right, I'm not doing it that way. Anchor this week by tending to what's practical. There we go. Practical stuff. I've been practical this week. Plants, finances, or your inner peace. Inner peace is a practical thing. What is your nervous system saying? What is your nervous system? Is your nervous system pretty much fried like mine? Anchor the week by tending to what's practical. For air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Communication is your superpower right now. Speak boldly, but reread that email before hitting send. In other words, try not to tell them to fuck right off. It's not a good idea. For water signs, I'm trying to keep this simple because I do take the piss out of all of this. You have to really understand what's going on before you should attempt this. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Boundaries, darlings. Boundaries. Like this far, no further. Empathy's lovely until you end up emotionally swimming in someone else's soup. Okay? Protect yourself. Protect your dreams. Okay, and on the intuitive pulse, right? Take a deep breath and imagine the collective hum on the week, right? The vibration, the frequency. Just look back on the last weekend and the last 5 days, right? It's a creative current. It's very watery. It's got sparks of spring, hello, but it's electric, right? The sparks are starting to get bigger and bigger, and it's growing. The energy supports imagination, community, and kind of like second chances. It's like, here we go, it's got another chance coming up. So if you screwed up last year, you get another chance to try again this year. It's that sort of level. If you feel the nudge to try something new, painting, writing, forgiving, it's cosmic permission granted this week. Pay attention to recurring symbols, right? Feathers, clocks, feathers, white feathers, dove feathers. Somebody knows who I'm talking about. White feathers came into my life this week and I thought of you. Unexpected phone calls, yes. And when you try something and then thinking, okay, this may open some doors. And the next day, the doors are all shut again. The universe is chatty right now. It's speaking in coincidences, right? Be aware of, ooh, that's a coincidence. So the cosmic comic relief, right? Lighten up before we all dissolve into some existential poetry, right? Think of Pisces season as the group nap of the zodiac. Everyone's either dreaming big or daydreaming too much. If someone drifts off mid-meeting, just whisper, Neptune made me do it. Aries Mercury, though, keeps barging in the room shouting, let's start a revolution. It's all cosmic theatre, okay? Neptune fog machine, Mars soundtrack, and Pluto rewriting the script backstage. And backstage, Pluto is a planet, so screw you. If you find yourself swing dancing between inspiration and confusion, relax, it's not you. It's the universe doing its thing. So, as this week unfolds, remember, astrology isn't about fate. It's about timing. The sky offers rhythm and you just choose the dance, all right? You get to choose the steps. You hear it. You hear the beat. Now, how do you want to move? So, if you're negotiating treaties or you're messing around with Amazon, Netflix, yeah, those guys. Align with this simple mantra, right? This simple mantra. Slow down, tune in, and laugh when things misbehave. Because if the cosmos can't handle a few retrogrades, I mean, it's a pretty weak cosmos. So we can handle these retrogrades, all right? Going backwards, we can handle all the communication screw-ups. We can handle the whole end of the empire stuff. And it's just a weekly reminder that the universe is huge, really, really huge, but it's never really out of touch. Right, I'm going to do this weekly, so see you next Friday. And yeah, same stars, different configurations, infinite possibilities. And that's what we're here for. That sounds fun. Let's play a tune. Let's play the Black Flame. Yeah, why not?
The black flame is the remembering of the greater self, the God self, the one that knows, I am more than this body. The way of nature is the way of death, not evil, just unconsciousness. A turning wheel, a grinding gear, a system that does not choose. Nature sleeps, nature repeats, nature drifts downhill on the path of least resistance. It slows the blood, it dulls the edge, it teaches the body to forge itself. And when the mind sleeps, the shadows are projected, cast outward, never faced, never owned. This is the herd, this is the loop, this is the comfortable decay.
In the beginning, the darkness spoke our name. Awakened from the animal, we touched the black flame. No longer bound by blind biology's chain, the God self-stirring, consciousness uncontained. Nature's whispers sleep, decay, dissolve. Archery's clogging while the world revolves. A mindless mechanism grinding gears of fate. We were born to choose, to self-create. Against the grain, we rise through difficulty, we rise through pain. The black flame burns when consciousness is born. We are the ones who choose the crimson dawn. Against the flow, against the tide, no mercy begged. From nature's blind divide, we stand apart, we forge, we reinvent. The black flame, our magnificent descent. The way of nature is the way of death. Unconscious sleep with every mindless breath, projecting demons outwards, shadows cast, the herd's submission to the dying past. But self-aware, we see the mirror clear, the shadow self we face without fear. No other species breaks the ancient code. We walk the harder.
We are not bound to the mechanism. We're not livestock for the wheel.
Against the
We
grain,
possess
against
what
the grain,
nature does
we rise
not.
through difficulty.
Choice.
We rise through pain. The
Consciousness.
black flame burns
Self-aware.
where consciousness is born.
Power
We're the
to
one
stop
who
and
chooses
say
the dawn.
no.
Against the flow, against
So
the
against the
tide,
grain,
no mercy begged
against the
from
drift,
nature's blind
against
divide.
the slow
We stand apart, we
slide.
forge, we reinvent. The black flame is our
The
magnificent
black flame
descent.
is the way of effort, of friction, of becoming. It burns the fog from the mind, it sharpens
Nature
the will,
cannot choose,
it awakens
we
the
can.
one.
Nature cannot stand. We stand through conscious effort, through thought by thought.
We are not at the mercy of the storm, we step outside it, we shape ourselves in its wind.
Self-made strain. Against the grain, against the grain,
Involve us.
the black
Nature
flame
can only repeat
rages
us.
wild and bright. We are awake and we
Forged
claim
in
the
challenge
night.
and resistance in choosing. Consciousness is forged in challenge, in resistance, in the choosing. The black flame does not carry you. It teaches you to walk through the fire awake. I choose awareness. I choose difficulty. I choose to become. I carry the black flame. I do not see. Against the flow, against the stone, we alter destiny, we forge alone. No mechanism holds the sovereign soul. The black flame burns, and we are whole.
Against the flow, against the stone, we alter destiny, we forge alone. Against the grain of evolution through self-made strain. The black flame rages wild and bright. We are awake and we claim the night. No mechanism holds the sovereign soul. The black flame burns and we are whole. The shadow is projected, cast outward, never faced, never owned. We're not bound to the mechanism, we're not livestock for the wheel. We possess what nature does not. Choice. Consciousness, self-awareness, the power to stop and say no. Nature cannot choose, we can. Nature cannot stand, we stand through conscious effort. Thought by thought, we become the war we fought. Against the flow, against the stone, we alter destiny, we forge alone. No mechanism holds the sovereign soul. The black flame burns and we are whole. Self-made strain, the black flame rages wild and bright. We'll wait till we claim the night. Against the flow, against the stone, we alter destiny, we forge alone. No mechanism holds the sovereign soul. The black flame burns and we are whole. Whew, that's powerful stuff, the black flame. You see, nature is the starting point. You continue on. That's where it starts getting interesting. This is the shattering. Now, this one is the painful stuff, right? We go through shit, basically. We go through the dark night of the soul. And some of us go through it over and over again. And some of us know the path. So if you're sitting there all by yourself and you feel like you're all alone, nobody feels the way you do, nobody understands, right? Now, we're all different. What works for me doesn't work for you. I'm not telling you how to live your life. What I am saying is that there are things that work, and there's quite a few people out here listening that may be lost in the dark and it feels really lonely. And it's like, you're not alone. All right? It just feels that way. For some reason, we get into the state of, I'm all by myself. And it's like you're not. The collective unconsciousness wraps you up, for better, for worse. And for a lot of time, the collective unconsciousness is a pain in the friggin' neck. But it's there and it holds. And some of us are aware of so many people sitting, believing that they're alone in the dark. We're aware of you. We see you. There's not much we can do about just witness. Witnessing is, and just being there, being a presence. And it's quite a powerless state, but we can't do it for each other. We've just got to hold space. And that's all I'm doing here. But understand that what you think and feel you're going through on your own, it's part of all of us. And I didn't make these rules. I find them a little bit like stupid, because I would love to reach out and give quite a few of you a hug and tell you, what you're thinking and feeling is a program. It's not necessarily real. And watching people shatter is tough. It's very, very tough. And this is the shattering. In the hollow where it hurts lives deep. I will not turn my face away. What bleeds in me refuses to sleep. So why would I stay? I hear today. Fly away. I must stay. I witness. I hear. I see. I hear. Not to cure. They hurt. They hurt. Not to wrap it in gentle lies. But to see the wound for what it I see. I witness. I stand. The body will not harm the sky. And if I fall, I will not stay down. This is pain. This is pain. I hear it. I witness it. I see it. I hear it. I witness it. I see it. I'm the keeper and the kept, the candle and the watching eye. I hold the vigil where I've wept, and I stay here while I cry. Let me breathe into it with another breath. That's all I can manage. Just one more breath. It's there. It won't go away. I may be left forever. It's still there. I'm gonna stand. This pain is not my end. Stand. Though it touches it. It speaks of what I've had to be. Everywhere I've been alone. How I learned to cope. I will cope. Coping is what I do. I will let it move as water do. Let it break and break it down.
inside this aching
I'm
room.
afraid, I'm scared. It may be there forever. I will stand. This will pass. This will pass. This will pass. I know the route. I know the path.
The youth is not a failing mark. The sorrow is not shame. I meet it here inside the dark. I call it by its name.
And I know I will feel, but I might break. I might shatter into a thousand pieces, and then there's nothing left.
I will not rush to make it small or dress it up in hope. I witness how the hurt keeps going. How I learn to get up again
and again. But I'm tired. I'm tired of getting up. I'm tired of rising again. Why
not by pursuit, not by fight, not by turning song of singing, but by sitting in a sacred light.
Thank you, pain. Fucking piece of shit, pain.
You bring me to my knees again and again. But I will still rise. I'm large enough to hold the breaking and the whole. The story that my body's told, the fracture down the soul.
I will be free of you. Living up this breath. Living up that breath. But there will be a breath that comes that I am free of this pain. There always has been a past. History.
So here I stand. So here
I've helped you every other thing, and so far I will help
the deepest magic is
the ache is mine. If I
own,
I cast it out. I'm never quite alone. I love you, thank you. I have gratitude. I am trying to stay
ache is mine.
Just
It's
to
deep
get
I own. I do not cast it out. I'm never ever quite alone.
And whether it's gone,
Witness is what love's really all about.
Where it goes, I will remain. Yeah, it's a tough one. But I'm not afraid. The dark isn't empty.
The dark isn't empty. It's full of people who are coping quietly and learning the long way back.
It's a tough one, but this is the Dark Moon Radio, and yes, we rock this stuff, okay? We are a lighthouse in the dark, and yeah, come and find us, tell people about us. We are here and we remain, and this is what we're doing. We're walking the walk. We're just providing a lighthouse, a calm space where you can just sit and know that you are safe and loved and watched and seen, and not in a creepy stuff. That's not, we can't help but be aware of the collective unconscious. All right, many of us are aware that the shit is hitting the fan on so many levels. I am British, I am English, I am sitting on the English canals. I am broadcasting basically from the seat of my pants. It's just a laptop and mobile data. And the power is basically, it's generated. The sun came out yesterday and we had power from the sun. Woohoo! First time in a while. So, in other words, yeah, this is from the grouse roots. This is from the ground. And you are seen, you are heard. And if you've just found us, that's awesome. Tune in, get in touch, come onto the Dark Moon Rocks community on WhatsApp, come onto Facebook. Darkmoon.rocks is the website. You will find all of that there. And just be part. You can just sit and lurk. I like lurkers. I'm a lurker myself. I've lurked for years. It's awesome. And you just lurk. And you're part of the lurkers community. That's allowed too. We are here and we remain.
Our ways are changing, being changed and reformed by turning within. The outer land is transformed. Old England speaks to us on a cold and misty morn. The magic is still found in every dawn. Let yesterday speak to tomorrow through you, and find connection in the present that rings true. Our ways are changing, being changed and reformed by turning within. The outer land is transformed. In hedgerow and hollow, in river and fen, through inner seeking, old ways of falling out, and write ourselves anew on history's page. The standing stones remember what we've forgotten. The oak trees still whisper secrets unforgotten. In hedgerow and hollow, in river and fen, the old ways call us to begin once again. Walk softly on the earth our ancestors knew. It's here and now, hear the sound of the echoes of the past, memory in its ancient bound. We are one with the earth and the sky. Celebrate and cheer as the clouds field and forest, every buried stone. So listen to the wind across the moor, it carries voices from the days of yore. As the cold grows greater, we rise slowly once more, and in that listening, stirring to our feet, find yourself remade. A bridge energy flows the light where attention there comes the future's here. The future grows from seeds the past has sown. We are never truly walking here alone again. Old England speaks if we pause to hear. We will know, and we'll find the way ahead. We hear the echoes of the past as it bounces and multiplies. We are here, and we remain.
We are here and we remain. Woo-hoo-hoo. Ghostly stuff, why not? I love writing this stuff. I love creating this stuff. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, one day I hope to earn some pennies for it. But okay, that's cool. If anyone's out there who'd like to come and take an hour's show, they're quite welcome to come along as if it's on topic. Let's do the weird, the wonderful, and also shadow work and sort of looking out for it. Right. Okay. I'm going to do a reading for somebody who is listening. Now, whether you're listening from recording or on live, I don't know. All I know is that I'm putting out the feelers and I'm offering now for a reading. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can go to weavesofwaves.net. Weavesofwaves.net. There's all the booking stuff. It's all automated these days. I don't even need to get involved. I just go turn up on the time that you've booked it. So it's all, if you book a place there, we're ready for you on Google Meet. I like the automating now, but I'm taking bookings. There is a few spaces left. But apart from that, one person is going to have a free reading today. I have the Thoth deck. The Thoth deck is otherwise known as the Aleister Crowley deck. The Aleister Crowley deck, Aleister Crowley was an absolute dick, according to all sources. Aleister Crowley, yeah, he was a total dick. But he left notes for a lady, Frida Harris, and Frida Harris drew and designed these tarot decks. So you could say it was more of a Lady Frida Harris deck than it is a Aleister Crowley deck. But of course, Aleister Crowley was the name, so he ended up with the credits. But let's have a look here. Let's go for shuffles and find out who is getting the reading today. It's a bit. There we go. Shuffle them good, shuffle them well. Okay, so this is you. This covers you. This crosses you. This above you. Beneath you. Behind you. It's in front of you. Okay, standard Celtic cross. Anybody who knows tarot cards knows the standard Celtic cross. It's one of the easiest, most simple, basic things to do a reading with. Now, okay, so this is you. This is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is the high priest, the pope, if you like, in some of the decks. And it's a very spiritual, deep, meaningful person who feels like it's like almost like the druid here. It's like a shaman. It's somebody who is in touch with, very much in touch with nature, and loves walks in the woods, loves the forests, the trees, the nature, the birds, and yeah, feels deeply connected to this world and has lived lifetime after lifetime. There is a sort of a joy in this world. And when you're surrounded with the stuff that is not so happy, the shadow stuff, it feels, it cuts you deep. You know, you can't shield from this. This is it's a very intimate connection, and you will feel the world's cuts and slings and arrows of basically all of that. You will feel it deeply. So wherever something happens to the world, you're highly intuitive, highly emotional, and there's been wounds from that, and the wounds go back quite a few lifetimes. The eon is covering you. So this is a lot of things is what you're feeling and thinking is karmic. It's like it's lifetime after lifetime. You've been on this world many, many, many times, and you're feeling the weariness and the weight of it all, of the fact that humans are still doing what they've been doing for probably tens of thousands of years. It's that sort of ridiculousness. There's seeds planted in you that are waking up, though. This spring is a time for you to remember who you are. All of that, it sounds like something out of The Lion King. But the deep, 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 deep seeds of knowing is part of that. So a lot of it is weariness of the world and weariness of people, but there's also the deep understanding that this is the flow of things. This is the way it is. There's also the goddess of the night. Now I'm researching Nyx right now, the Egyptian goddess, and the night sky. You will find a lot of answers in the night sky. The night sky is a good place for you to find some peace, because she will wrap her gaze around you and you will waken up a little bit less erratically and with pain, because you're going through strife right now. Trouble and strife, and it's not just a wife. It's basically is work. There's things that are cutting into you. And you know this routine. You know how it works. But somehow there is like a fragility to you at this time. And you're feeling like a little delicate. And even though you don't toughen it up. There is delicate stuff going on. It's all right. You're seen. The goddess of the night knows you. There is an Egyptian feel to your soul. And in Egyptian times, you knew how to deal and how to go, where to go. So if you, I feel like you need to find like either a church, or if you find an Egyptian temple, that would be awesome. But those are few and far between unless you're in Egypt. Go to a church, an old abandoned church, or a church that you can just sit in the corner for a bit and breathe and feel the presence of the Egyptian gods again, because there's a remembrance. There's like a time loop or something where you can go back and just remember the power you wielded and the power you had. And in this world, maybe you're not so powerful. Maybe things are a little bit less so. But you have wielded power before and you can wield that same again. It's just tapping into those memories. There's also sort of how to create your reality and stuff like that going on. It's like how to move energetically. Physically, okay, bit fragile. Physically, yeah, you're not as strong as you once were, but the energetics is a lot stronger. You will find that once you tap into the seeds that were planted um, thousands of years ago in Egyptian realms and even beyond that, but I think specifically it is the Egyptian realms. Something calls to you there. And there is something very positive, strong, and oh, it's a lifeline. It's like holding on to something that is bigger than yourself because you've kind of lost a lot of faith. I'm not sure what I'm talking about there. But in the past is behind you is the fool. You took a leap of faith and you're still not sure whether it was a good idea. You took a gamble. But it's okay. It will work out. It's just like in an in-between space. You've got victory above you, so it was a good gamble. It's just you're not sure of it. Um, there is insecurity about it. So you took this leap of faith. Well done. We honor you for that. That was a big and brave thing to do, right? You were not a coward, right? Maybe before you've called yourself that. Maybe someone else has. But you were big and brave when you made that leap. And we really respect that. From what we're looking at here, respect, right? You did something that was exceedingly brave. You took um, the image I'm getting is like Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom, where not Temple of Doom, it was the Crystal Skull, Holy Grail one, right? Where there was an invisible bridge, and he had to step across. He had to have faith that there was a bridge there and that he would be caught. And this invisible bridge, um, he took a big step, one that he would have fallen down the cliff face, and that there was a bridge there and he was caught. You took that leap of faith, and way to go. Way to go. There's a lot of people that wouldn't. There's a lot of people that didn't. But you're not sure whether you were caught or not. You were caught. It was fine. It will be fine. You've got the Ace of Discs in front of you. You're going to come into some money. It will sort it out. Okay, there will be finance available. There is like a business opportunity. It's just keep going, because you need to find that Egyptian connection. You need to go into a church or a graveyard or a holy temple of some sort and just allow yourself to be caught by the goddess of the night, because you dedicated yourself to that goddess, and it's still there. There's a connection. Queen of Wands is a lady who trusts the lady. She's a fiery lady on a throne. The cat is a leopard at her feet, and also she's very much involved with the pineal gland, right, the pine cone. So she's got a very strong intuition, but she's fiery. She's a little scary sometimes, and very cat-like. You're not quite sure of her all the time. If she's in your life right now, that's awesome. if you know someone like that, go and have a chat. Definitely go and have a chat, because it's just getting you through some dark moments. And there's like little bits like midges, mosquitoes biting at you, fleas, little flea thingies biting at you, that. And it's like, look, you're bigger than that, right? You are bigger than that. We see you, we know you're bigger than that. You have far more potential than that, and you know this. And it's just finding that space where you can actually be. I'm going to pull one more card just to make sure that everything works itself out. Princess of Discs. Okay, time to go into the woods. Definitely go into the woods. So there's the woods there. You definitely find your powers in nature. And a young woman, like a daughter figure, she's a shield maiden. She would probably tell you to fuck right off, okay? She's not going to pull her punches. If you have a daughter or you have or a niece or somebody, yeah, sit with these people and just absorb their frequency wave. Even if you don't have a conversation, this is a young woman who is a warrior. She's a shield maiden. She is a woman of the woods, a girl of the woods. And also, she's got good advice. Now, people say young people are. I don't believe that. She can say something that will spark you off, and that's what you're needing right now. And again, you are very much surrounded by strong women who know their shit, basically. And I would say that you're a very lucky guy. I'm not sure whether it's a guy or a girl, but you're a very lucky person. Trust the Ace of Discs. Trust the fact that if you made an investment and it hasn't paid off yet, give it some more time. Economy stuff is rubbish right now, but the tide will come back in eventually. Okay. Whew, okay. Pull back. And really should have these things lined up, but I'm not that good yet. I will get good.
Learn to be a friend to yourself, not your critic, not your judge, your friend. That's where it starts. It's Dark Moon Radio.
You got up today. Maybe that was easy, maybe it took everything you had. Either way, you did it. Tomorrow is uncertain. Right now is yours. Dark Moon Radio, we see you. We really do. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you'd like a reading, please go to weavesofwaves.net. And let's play Walk in the Walk. Let's have a little garden walk. We are weaving a hypnotic thought. We wander paths that the world forgot. A slow, peaceful, moving rest. 1 foot, 1 breath. The body is blessed. Leaving behind the home and hearth, stepping softly into the living earth, into forests, branches and trees seduced by color, sense and breeze. Breathing in abundance wide, letting troubles slip aside, here and now in body and mind, drifting gently, so soft and kind. We are weaving a hypnotic thought while taking a long, peaceful walk to rest while moving down the path, leaving behind our home and hearth. Stepping into a world of forests and trees, being seduced by nature's flowers and coloured leaves, listening and breathing in all the abundance of life, and leaving behind all troubles and strife, being present and aware in both body and mind, drifting a little, but being kind. This is your world in the right time and space. Each thought is let go without leaving a trace. Each thought dissolves without
Walk
a trace.
and
move with no other desire or intent. No need to grasp. Walking through the air that is never spent. Though the air that is never spent. Your feet move on the ground with nature's song as your only sound. Acknowledge your thoughts, flutter and blow, but don't follow them, just let them go. Awareness of walking, and that alone. With patience and self-love, it will become home. A deeper knowing of being still inside, of facing oneself without having to hide. While weaving a wave while you walk, peace is found while you walk your talk. Thoughts may flutter, rise and flow, see them smile and then let them go. Awareness walking away, nothing exists but here and there. With patience, self-love finally home, the art of presence becomes your own. A deeper stillness held inside, no masks to wear, no need to hide. While weaving a wave while you walk, peace is found while you talk your walk. While weaving a wave, while waving a wave, while walking a wave, while weaving a walk, peace is found when you talk your walk, peace is found when you walk your talk. This is your journey and it will glow. Peace is found in weaving a wave with every stride. You are so much more than you think you know. This is the way you must follow the flow. Walk the truth that this is the way you must follow the flow. This is your journey, watch it glow. You are far more than you think you know. Follow the rhythm, steady and slow. This is the way you follow the flow. This is the way you follow the flow. Yeah, the birds are singing. This is the way you follow the flow. Okay.
Book a reading, book a session, book your turning point. The Dark Moon rocks.
I have my ode to chocolate next, and my partner bought me 85% dark chocolate, and that's the good stuff. Forget Cadbury's, forget all the rest. And this isn't an advert, by the way. I'm not getting paid a penny, but I'm tripping balls on pure chocolate these days, and this is the stuff. Oh, and all my partner says is, well, it affects you a little differently than it does me. Yeah, okay, it sure does. Chocolate, wow. It's not just the sugar. In fact, sugar is almost the annoying part of it. And you're like, oh. But yes, you can trip on chocolate itself. It's probably a nice hallucinogen. And it's legal. Woohoo! Chocolate, dark and holy, little altar in a silver skin. Like the coldest, purest water on the hottest, driest day. You touch my tongue, and steal my breath away. a molten hush, a sugared dream, an amber rush of chocolate.
Like the coldest, purest water on the hottest, driest day. That first sweet bite of chocolate takes my breath away. It melts against my teeth as I bite a little deep. A sugary explosion that my taste buds rush to meet. It floats across my tongue like a river breaking free. A wave of chocolatey sweetness rolling all through me. It travels through my bloodstream with a happy little hit. That empty but so glorious joy that nothing else can fit. My nervous system sighs and lays its worries down in signals soft of safety. I could almost drown. A warmth that fills the hollowed spaces deep inside the bloodstream. A quiet corridors race. A happy little spreading far and wide. Oh, fleeting is its magic. We all know it too well. That contentment born of chocolate breaks beneath its beautiful spell. The call comes back to haunt us, soft and sweet and sure. One bite was never quite enough, we always hunger more. It isn't real, this rosy glow, this sugar-coated bliss. But life looks so much kinder through a haze as sweet as this. So let the world keep turning with its troubles and its strife. A little square of chocolate makes my life a sweeter little god of bliss and ache, melting me gently deep inside. For sweetness is loving sake. Isn't that nice? Chocolate. It's the little things in life that make life worth living. It's like, yeah, chocolate. Okay, why pushing a button and nothing's working. Let's try again. It's not, some of these things is very strange. You push it, it's not consistent. I'm an inconsistent being, I do understand, but technology is meant to be consistent, and it isn't. And I get confused sometimes.
Book a reading, book a session, book your turning point. The Dark Moon rocks.
Yeah, why not? Book a session. Okay, so coming up to the last... I forgot to do the Taoism stuff. Let's do the Taoism stuff. I didn't do it yesterday. Bad me. Sometimes I get distracted. As I said, I'm an inconsistent being. I kind of like thrive on inconsistencies. There we go. 365 days of the Tao. And yes, we're on the 6th of March today. I like this because it just gives you a little bit of things to think about. I think it's brain food. And it kind of, I don't know, the way the ancients, the way the old ancient generations looked at things, especially Taoism. See, a lot of the Buddhism, a lot of the old religions, I find they're very male orientated. Now, you're going to get me spouting off about this. Now, I'm not a feminist, okay? I like men, okay? So I'm not going to be anti-men. I'm just saying that an awful lot of psychology, philosophy, and religion, and a lot of other subjects, medical, biological, is all based around men. And lucky men, good for them. I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying that the way they think and feel about doing things is not the same way women think and feel about doing things. And yeah,
It's a little bit lopsided. I am not a man. I can never be a man. Yes, that's political, but I'm going to stick with that. All right. I am not a man. I can never be. Why can't I be a man? Is because men don't think in 28-day cycles. Okay. Women do. So, yeah. Okay. So I can be a completely different person every 28 days. It's that sort of level. And from occult to psychology to philosophy, spirituality, all of those big subjects, huge subjects, they're all based around men. And men are fairly consistent beings, a little bit more consistent than 28-day cycles. Okay, so my hormonal levels can turn me into a different person, each week. And that is a true statement. Okay, and it has been since I've hit puberty, sort of. So, yeah, that when you start looking at things to think about and things to plan your life around, they're not cut out for the way women are. And women who try and force their way into being consistent beings, you can see the mess that they end up as. I'm really sorry. I don't not looking at anybody in particular. A lot of them are either political leaders, women who have pushed themselves into working as a man is like, oh my goodness, what a wreck. Okay, or what a yeah, that is it's unnatural. And we're not built like men. And I'm not saying we're weaker in a lot of ways, we're stronger, but we're not consistent. And yeah, my partner and I have this conversation quite a lot because he will roll his eyes and say, women. And it's like, okay, I hear you. I get we are inconsistent, but that is the nature of the beast. Okay. And it's accepting that our nature is. And so when I look for spirituality, things that are deep and meaningful and mean deep within me, they have to be fluid. They have to be cylindrical and fluid. And I have to say, Taoism is pretty much as close as I can get in established old religions. Right. That's my explanation. Right. I'm not going to explain anymore. I will probably go into this quite a few times. But 6th of March, seeing what cannot be seen. The term Wu Zi does not mean does not mean white or blank. It means without hue, like clear varnish or deep water. To the Han, craftsman who lacquered wood until it gleamed, transparency was not the absence of art, but the highest proof. When the grain showed through without glare or glaze, you'd done it right. So too with the Tao. The best view is not the one saturated with colour, but the one where shape emerges without shouting. Think of early morning light. Before reds and yellows flood the sky, there's a moment when the world is present, but yet undefined. Shapes move, but colours have not arrived. In that half-light, things feel both closer and less fixed. Lao Tzu praises this moment. What cannot be seen may still be more real than what dazzled. Certainty is often the enemy of depth. To see clearly, we may first need to look softly. Okay. The Tao resists being painted. It's not blue or gold or blood red. It's not even grey. It slips through category, like the wind through an open room. The more we try to pin it down, the less we understand. But when we let our vision quieten, we look without demanding shape or name. It begins to show itself, not in outline, but in feel. Colourlessness is not emptiness. It's the patience that lets things arrive in their own time. There's an awful lot there that I actually don't understand. Look at it, it cannot be seen. It is called colourlessness. I've practiced the art of gazing. I like that. We just gaze across a landscape or a nature scene or even a sleeping cat, and you just gaze softly and you just await for things to emerge. Is he talking about that? Okay, I don't know. That's, I'll have to reread that a few times. Definitely. Right, let's play one more song for the week. It's been a good week. I feel I've achieved things this week. But yeah, it's been a technical annoyance. But fear is a mind killer. Fear is a mind killer. I must not fear. I am a great fan of Frank Herbert, and this song was done in honor of his fear is a mind killer litany. I will not fear, because of the words you gave. Frank Herbert, a sage who dared to pave a path through desert, sand and doubt, where human courage might shine out. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me where fear is gone. I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where fear is gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. Do you hear me? Only I will remain. Only I will remain, for fear is the mind. Only I will remain, because I am all. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. And I will not fear. I will face my fear. You crafted mantras for the mind, but discipline for mankind is gone. Not spells, but truths we speak to seal the trembling heart to help us feel. But fear's the killer, small and deep, the little death, while we still sleep. I do not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me, and where fear is gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. I will face my fear. Our breath, our will, our chance to stand and face what comes with open hand. I bow before your vision clear, this litany against all fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will pass over me and through me where fear is gone. I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where fear is gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. Do you hear me? Only I will remain. You knew that terror rules the weak, but those who face it learn to speak. I will remain with voices steady, calm and true. Let the fear pass over the little death, then through total obliteration. And I will not fear. I will face my fear. Storms of the past, to pass over us, ourselves at last. Mr. Herbert, for this I will turn the inner eye, and I will see our spirits lift. I see its path.
I do not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. Above the paralysis pass over me and through me and to where fear has courage. On there will be none. Only I will remain. I will face my fear and only I will remain. Pain is an abstraction of the nerves. I will fear no pain. I will stand, and only I will remain.
There we go. That is Fear is a Mind Killer. I love that. Frank Herbert, June. He came up with quite a few concepts. When I was a kid, just thought it was amazing. It's like, woo! Because, things like the Bene Gesserit, where you could control every cell in your body. And, that it made a lot of sense to me. And pain is an abstraction of the nerves. It's just a nerve thing. And if you could not let yourself be swallowed up by pain, as well as not let yourself get swallowed up by fear, there is like lots of deep, meaningful stuff. Frank Herbert was quite, in my world, quite a sage, a wise man. And totally respect that one.
Broadcasting from the Witch's Waterways. You're inside the circle now.
Inside the circle now. Yes, we are broadcasting from the English canals on the Dark Moon Rocks radio, and we will be back on Monday morning. Ooh. Let's hope we have a little bit of more technical free stuff. We will be broadcasting simultaneously onto YouTube, which is a big scary monster in my world, but I think it's worked. I thought it worked yesterday. And then I go to check it, and it was not working yesterday. So yesterday's gone on to a private thing. I'm hoping today can be a public one, at least fingers crossed. But we're going to make a few mistakes here. We're going to get better and better as we go along. Yep, it looks like it's still broadcasting fine. Okay, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to see what needs to be done. I'm going to have a good weekend. I hope you do as well. And tune in again on 8 o'clock on 6, 7, 8, the 8th of March, Monday the 8th of March. Good grief. March is going fast. It's going too fast. I have a complaint. It's going to slow down, March. I want to savor spring. Love you lots. Bye now.
I'm here to ignite. My words are blades and balm. Present stirs what's been buried deep. I am no longer asking for permission to speak. The ones that can hold me are already waking. The message for the ones who thought they've been too much. You've been told, soften, dim, dilute. But I see what you'll really carry. I'm not here to fix it. I'm here to call you up. You're not alone. You're not broken. You're a catalyst, same as me. Welcome home.
You're not a helper. You're a threshold guide.
I work for those who are buried, both broken and sense themselves fit.
Here to happen.
Not to rescue, but to reflect. You're tired of bypassing,
just early.
drinking, of hiding your flame. I'm here to show you how to weave your pain to power. And soften the lives.
rebuild from the ashes. Stop pretending you're not already powerful. This is a message for the one who's always been too much. You've been told to soften, dim, dilute, but I see what you're really carrying. I'm not here to fix you, I'm here to call you up. You're not alone, you're not broken, you're a catalyst,
You're not
same
a
as me.
helper.
Welcome
You're a
home.
threshold guardian. You're not here to coddle. You're here to catalyze. You're not misunderstood, you're just early.